But I know the truth. There's no going back. You've changed things. Forever.
The views expressed on the following broadcasts do not necessarily reflect those of KHLT, Take 12 Radio, or our affiliates. The opinions on this show should not be considered as medical, psychological, or professional advice and are those of the host, co-host, and guest. Take 12 Radio and KHLT Recovery Broadcasting are not affiliated with any particular 12-step fellowship.
When the static of life fills your brain and the world seems a little too insane, just twist that dial, don't hesitate. There's a haven where good vibes await. Tune in and Take 12 for some joy and cheer. It's the sound of hope coming in crystal clear. Recovery talk, the music so grand, a beacon of light, a helping hand.
Well, greetings one and all, and welcome to another fantastical, episode of the Take 12 Recovery Radio Show, the world's oldest and original recovery talk and recovery music radio show and podcast, with our great co-host, Dion Miller from Raw Recovery with Dion Miller and TrudgingTogether.org. Roger McDermott, fellow 12-stepper and all-around good guy from Huntington Beach, California. And our special guest, CEO and founder of Axe Social, Mr. Shawn Whitson, is joining us on this episode of the Take 12 Recovery Radio Show, along with the Take 12 Recovery Radio Orchestra. Some interesting stuff, true or false. We're going to play a little true or false game, and a very special surprise for our guest towards the end of the show. So hold on tight. It's going to be fun. All righty, let's see here. I've got to unmute everybody to make sure they can come on board, and there they are. Bing, bang, bada boom, bada something or other.
Which one am I?
What's going on? Dion meets Shawn, Shawn meets Dion, Roger meets Shawn, and Dion, Roger, Shawn, blah, 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 blah. There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, so you guys know that I just celebrated 28 years free from the bondage of self. Well, I don't know about that, but at least from the bondage of active alcoholism and drug addiction. And a friend of mine, she makes miniatures, right? So you've all seen the Take 12 Recovery Radio Cup that we don't have anymore because we ran out of them. Roger's got his. Well, then she sent me this. If I can get it. Come here. Oh my gosh. I got it.
Wow.
Little,
Wow.
little tiny Take 12 radio.
How do you drink out of that, Monty? Yeah.
Listen,
that wouldn't
the
work
way
for
I
us.
drank, I would always find a way. She also sent me, along with that, she sent me a Bible, a little Bible, and this is the world's only first edition of the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous. Look at that thing.
Do you have a little dollhouse to put everything in, Monty?
A little bookmark.
A little
It's
AA
it's
dollhouse
actually-
for all your little things?
Yeah.
It's a replica of Dr. Bob's house, actually.
Yeah.
It's just a miniature.
Yeah. There's actually a little box. It's got like cake, a keychain.
Wow. Do you have
You know.
Ken baptizing Barbie at points there?
Wow. Shawn's just mean right out of the gate. Golly.
Yeah, we've trained him.
All righty. So welcome aboard, everybody. This is going to be a really fun show. I'm very excited about our newest sponsor. We're actually bartering. Bartering is good. It's a good thing. At one time, it was actually illegal. Did you guys know that? Did you know that bartering was illegal?
Was illegal. Huh.
Yeah, so like if you had a sign shop, this is a true story. So I had a sign shop, right? And if I wanted to, the plumber to come fix the plumbing, I'd make him a sign, he'd come fix my plumbing. Well, technically, you weren't supposed to do that. I don't know. Is that capitalism for you?
To?
Yeah.
Huh?
Weren't supposed to. Does that mean we can now? Because I barter all the time.
I don't know.
Exactly how I get through life.
It's like that. You can't walk your giraffe down Main Street on Tuesday in Florida or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bartering's the American way. Come on.
Yeah.
It is the American way, isn't it?
It's illegal to throw snowballs in Aspen, Colorado.
Really?
Yep.
You can't. You
I'm
can't carry
coming
your.
just to do that.
Yeah.
You can't carry.
join you.
You can't carry your fencing pliers and your wire cutters in your back pocket in Texas.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Amazing
All right, well,
that
this
you
is a
learn
great
on this show. Stay tuned, ladies.
Yes. This is a great segue into this segment of our show that we like to do, and Shawn, you'll have fun with this, and then we'll introduce Shawn here in a minute. You're all going, "Who is this guy?" You'll get to know here in a second. But let's see what we got coming up. Bada bing, bada boom.
Hey there, friends, gather round. It's Money the Man with stories profound. We're diving into tales both wild and bold. Time to play true or false. Let the fun unfold.
That's right. It is that time to play true or false. If you get all these right, you get absolutely nothing. Okay, here's story number one, true or false. A gentleman wrote in and said that he had a heart attack many years ago. He said, I showed up to the hospital, or his father had a heart attack many years ago. He showed up to the hospital at 3 a.m. Given the time and the fact that he was in the ICU, he says, I initially wasn't allowed in. However, I was finally let in by a nurse who calmed me down and allowed me to see my father. He was so kind to our family throughout my dad's hospital stay. About 6 months later, my parental grandmother was in the ICU for a medical issue, and again, we were cared for by this nurse. About a year later, I received a call from my dad telling me to tune in to CNN. Turns out that the nurse was Charles Cullen, who famously confessed to murdering up to 40 patients. Is that story true or false? Roger, you first.
Yeah, I don't know. You can't make that up. I'm saying it's true.
And it's true. What do you say, Dion?
I think I remember hearing about this actually, but I can't totally rely on my mind. But I'm going to today. I'm going to go with true.
Okay, Shawn, what do you think?
Is this from my perspective or CNN's perspective?
Well, you can't trust anything from
Okay.
CNN's.
Okay.
Yeah, don't go there.
I'm gonna chunk false out there then. But it's got a lot of details. It makes me want to say true.
Yeah. Okay, you're going to say true then, or going to stick with false?
I'm gonna stick with false.
Are you? Well, you would be wrong. Yeah, you guys, Dion and Roger got it right. Yeah, it's actually a true story. All right, story number 2. There's only 3, so praise God.
There's only
story
two?
There's only three stories. Story number 2. In 1978, a small town in Minnesota elected a golden retriever named Max as honorary mayor. While a write-in campaign started as a joke, gained unexpected traction. Max attended town meetings, snoozing under the table, posed for official photos in a tie, and even signed proclamations with a paw print stamp. His approval rating soared as residents claimed civic engagement improved. People showed up just to see the dog. Though Max never passed legislation, he did inspire a local leash law and a dog park initiative. Is this true or false? Shawn, you're first.
I think that's true. It actually rings a bell a little bit.
Okay. Dion,
I'm from Colorado, and we'd certainly make dog mayor. I'm going true.
you're going true. Shawn's going
Yeah.
true. Roger, what do you think?
I'm going with my compadres. That's got to be true.
Yeah? Well, you're wrong. Yeah, it's false. False story. Made up. All right. This
I
one.
wanted it to be true.
Yeah,
More.
it should be true. I think
Should be
that
true.
the fact that it's false is not true.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, here's the last one. And this is, you have to decide whether or not this is a true story from the Monty Man or a false story. The Portland International Airport is one of the most beautiful airports in the country, and well, it is. While waiting at a gate for my flight to Arizona, I watched as a tall gentleman with a long trench coat walked by with a newspaper. He turned and sat down directly across from me and began to read his paper. I thought to myself, this guy looks a lot like Keanu Reeves. As I was attempting to get a closer look at him without him noticing and thinking I was a creep, wouldn't you know it, he caught me looking at him. He put down his newspaper, reached out, shook my hand, and said, "Yep, I'm Keanu." Wow, I was starstruck. The only thing I could think to ask him was, "Do you normally fly without an entourage?" To which he replied, "Celebrities who fly with an entourage don't want to engage with others. I enjoy engaging with people when I travel." We shared a few more niceties and boarded our flight. Is that story true or false? Roger?
100% true.
100% true. Dion?
Yeah, that sounds exactly like what Keanu Reeves would do. Absolutely.
Okay. Shawn, what do you think?
I've heard stories. He's a good guy. I'll say true.
Yeah, you guys are all right. That
All
actually
right.
did happen. I think I told Roger that story, though.
No, you
before.
did. No, I'm just wise and intelligent.
Yeah, wise. Wise beyond your years.
That's right. I'm going to claim that even if it's false.
Yeah.
I want to believe that he did that.
Yeah. Well, the thing was a trip is he looked just like he walked off the set of The Matrix. I mean, he looked he wearing the coat and everything.
I really like the guy. I haven't
Should
met
have.
him, but I'd love to meet him.
I should have asked him for a red pill.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, let's wrap up True or False. That was some fun. We do this because we have fun in recovery, folks. If you're wondering what this silliness is about, if you can't have fun because you're not clean and sober, well, that's a whole nother show. So let's close this out.
Let's take a chance. Dive into the stories, let your instinct stand. Fiction or fact, just guess what you see. Step right up now, come play with me.
Yeah, we like to blow things up. All right, you've tuned into the Take 12 Recovery Radio Show, the world's original recovery talk and recovery music radio station and podcast. Broadcasting here from the studios of KHLT Recovery Broadcasting in beautiful Albany, Oregon. And listen, I am really excited about this show because we have teamed up with a social media network that really has a purpose. I'm sure the other ones have purposes too, not sure what they are. Or maybe they've lost their way a bit. I don't know. But when something comes along that's this positive and engaging and just as putting its best foot forward, we want to be a part of that. And so the CEO and founder of Axe Social, that's ACTS Social, all one word, Axe like the Book of Acts, for instance, social like the social giant that I am. Yes.
Oh, there's a new T-shirt, Monty. Thank you.
Right. Monty is humble. Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm supporting my What Would Jesus Post Access
That's what it
Social
means.
T-shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, what would Jesus post? Before you comment on your latest, because you want to rant about your latest political view, I might want to hold off and ask what would Jesus post, right? And if you think that's what he posts, go ahead, post it. It might not get approved on Act Social. Yeah. Just saying. But anyway, Shawn Whitson, welcome to Take 12 Radio, man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
welcome
you.
aboard, buddy.
Thank you.
Welcome, John.
Blessed to be here. Thank you.
Yeah. So okay, so what's going on? You're not a member of the recovery community in the sense of, in the sense of the typical 12-stepper. True.
True. I could have signed up and should have signed up around 20 years old, but no, I haven't been through the
Well,
program
it's
officially.
never too late.
Welcome.
Yeah, I got married and her name was 12 Step. Yeah. So I didn't have to go through the program. I married it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, how in the heck did we meet anyway? I got an email or something, right?
I think so, actually. Some of our assistants that scour through the internet looking for
Right.
Christian-based stuff, for Christian creators. In the very beginning, actually, probably even maybe right before we launched, reached out and found you.
Yeah. And we hit it off. You and I talked on the phone, and we hit it off right away.
Yeah.
Which is just awesome. So, okay, tell us about this journey. What is going on? Why do we need yet another social media platform? What's on your heart? What is God telling you? What's going on?
Well, I kind of wish we didn't need another social platform because, God calls the oddest people to do some of the oddest things and unqualified, and that'd be me. I deleted, I deleted our social media accounts, long ago. And we got up to, I'd say the early 20-teens, 13, 14. I just kind of stopped messing with any kind of Facebook. Never been active on Twitters, and certainly never got any, what are these new ones called, TikToks and things like that. I just don't do it, man. If you're getting in the shower or just ate a hamburger, you're really wasting my day by posting it. So I came to that realization. And then after the 2020 election stuff happened, Serena, that's my wife. We've been married almost 30 years this year. But we looked at each other and said, why are we always in a bad mood after the news? Why is it just, it almost feels like it's poisoning us. So after that 2020 election junk, we decided to just fast, unintentionally fast. We didn't call it a fast. We just stopped watching mainstream news. We made sure we just kind of stayed off social media, and man, our life got way better. So in December of 2022, I've had this tech company. I've been a startup entrepreneur since I was technically 19 years old. I haven't worked for anyone since 19. Just been doing startups and sell them. Most failed. Some have done great. But this tech company I started in 2017 just hadn't been real happy with our products. And Sheree and I were doing our morning devotion one morning, December of 2022. We got a video out there that tells more details about this. But I just went down in prayer saying, this is, tech company's fine. It makes some money. None of our kids are skinny. But it's just not, this isn't going to be any kind of big bang thing. God, what do you want me to do with this company? And I've really never done that before in other startups. Not that I wasn't spiritually mature enough to do it. It's just, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. That's just been the gung-ho attitude that I've always had. So this time took it to God. And I said, what do you want me to do? Because our current products, they're fine. They just ain't working. And it's the first time I've ever really heard an audible, quiet, still voice that was more than just a, prompting in the brain kind of connection there. And it was definitely Holy Spirit. And he punched me in the gut and said, build a social platform to glorify my kingdom all around the world. So I was like, I'm not a social media guy. So, I jumped on some social to see what all is going on, but I didn't understand the algorithm junk. And then it came clear to me, don't do it. Just keep it clean. Glorify my kingdom. No fancy algorithms, no AI, nothing. Just have people post what they're grateful for, and you'll be amazed at how their mental capacity picks up when they, instead of complaining, they post about what they're grateful for and appreciative of and things like that, positive things. And we've been open 14 weeks now, a little over 5,000 signups inside the app, and over 100,000 signed up on our email newsletters so far. But it's taken off. It's been a blessing.
So it actually got so popular so quick that you guys had some technical issues.
Yeah, we
crashed
did.
or something, right?
We did, yeah. We crashed down a couple of times. We just didn't. We didn't. When we built our foundation, we didn't layer our data tables down. Everything kind of went, if you will, linear going out, and we knew it was going to be a problem eventually. But we knew this would get us up and running faster. But we crashed down. We had to quickly go in there and start layering things down so that every time you loaded the site and app, it didn't have to search a million lines of code. It could go get what it needed quicker. We're actually still working some of those little bugs out today.
Yeah, it's getting better every day. And so, first of all, let me give the website out again. Acts Social, ACTS Social. .com is the website. So if you're interested, my friends, be patient because this is a new platform. They're working some bugs out, but you can be on the ground floor of this thing by just jumping on board here. This is one of those things where people can become part of the solution and not part of the problem, right? I mean, because you guys don't allow nonsense to be posted up there. I mean, have you run into anybody that's tried to and you've had to say yes, thanks, but no thanks? Or...
How long do we have? Yeah. As soon as it took us 2.5 years to build this. We thought it should have taken a year. Man, we have been slammed from spiritual warfare like you would not believe. I mean, this is a whole different podcast. We could go on and talk about all the stuff. But yeah, we stand super strong in our conservative Christian values. And you know what all that entails, mixed up in there. So we've had some people come in that did not believe in our strong stance on man-woman marriage. I'll put it that way, and immediately try to slam the feed with same-sex pornography. Went in and just started pounding it left and right, trying to pick up on it. System alerted us. System couldn't pull down on its own, so we went in there and booted the user. He came right back, or maybe some of the friends came right back and went in. So we built some safety protocols in there. We already have safety protocols for foul language. You can't get on there and bully someone. You can't say, your most common cuss words on there. It's going to give you little funny ha-ha messages like, if your great-grandmama wouldn't say this, it's got no business on our platform, kind of funny things. It'll block that. If you try to give political stuff on there, it'll let you go through with it, but it'll give you a warning, don't bring a skunk to the picnic. Just don't go overboard with your political stuff. But we had to build in some extra layers. So yeah, we've got a couple of Muslim countries that have attacked us just in the last 14 weeks and tried to pull us down 3 times now, actually.
Wow.
Went in and just did DDoS attacks, what's called, trying to machine gun down the servers to pull them down. So I guess we're doing something right.
The thing, it always amazes me. We talk about this in the Came to Believe circles that Roger and I travel in when we're speaking and sharing the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous the way the founders did. We tell people all the time, listen, you don't have to agree with us. We didn't write this. You don't have to agree with us. You don't have to like it. You don't have to, hitch your wagon to it. But it is what it is, and it says what it says. And that's what we're doing. We're not saying that you can't do what you're doing. We're just saying this is what what we're doing, and that's what you're doing with this platform. You're not telling the other guy or these other people what to believe. You're just doing what you're doing, and it always amazes me how people will attack that, even though you're not trying to make an issue with them.
Exactly. We're not also trying to be some. I'll say this quotation, we're not a Christians-only bubble social media either. We got to be very careful about that. Because my instructions were, and Lord forbid I don't do it, I'm going to get swallowed by a fish or something. But my instructions here were clear, is to build a social platform with Christ-centered values as its backbone so that everybody's welcome in a clean environment. So that's what we do. Because you don't teach people hell and brimstone stuff. You teach them by showing them. So... everybody in the platform's going on by example with kindness. So that's the backbone of it.
Yeah, when Jesus was sharing from the Sermon on the Mount, when he was on the Mount, and he sat down in front of all them folks, he didn't say, all right, go check in over there.
Yeah.
And, check the boxes off and, If you check every box, and you can stay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you've come against some things that have been challenging, and doing something like this, it isn't something that you do without any finances, right? This costs some money, doesn't it?
It did. Yeah. It has drug us through the coals, being a year and a half behind schedule, getting it going.
Wow.
But we could have had this up within months. We could have built your common old WordPress blog style social platform. But if we're gonna get out and be the shiny new car, we can't go in and repaint the Pinto. We've got to come out with something that's got high performance values, behind it. So us and Facebook are the only two social platforms built on what's called the new Laravel technology out there. And that's what took us so long to get it built on there. It's
what is
it's
that?
called Laravel. It's a technology platform that allows you to have multiple layers working together on there. It also allows the platform not to look like a cheesy, bland website going down with its curved, colorful Apple-style edges and, things like that. It's the highest horsepower platform you can get today. So finding developers that can work in that new language, it helped future-proof us. So it costs more, obviously, more payroll. We're just a small team of about 18 developers or 18 staff on that got it done. So,
Yeah. You guys have any questions for Shawn before I ask him my next one?
uh-oh.
I joined Axe socially, and thank you, number one, for doing it. And I'm kind of a spicy guy, I throw a little pepper into my language. We'll put it that way.
Pepper. You got what, ghost peppers in there, and
Jalapeno, you can do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead.
But what I appreciate the fact that you're like, hey, we're not going to be using foul language here. This is not, I find it okay to sacrifice a little bit of who I am to help out and be a part of. So more than asking a question, I just want to say thanks. Thank you for sticking to your values. Thank you for listening, because God comes to us sometimes with these weird things.
Yeah.
And, so I'm more than anything, I just want to say thank you for sticking to that and not jumping on the popularity train. It's harder to tell the truth than it is to submit a lie, So
Absolutely.
thank you for that.
Well said. Thanks for being on there. We're honored to have you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right on. Roger, any questions for Shawn at this point?
Yeah, I am not familiar with Axe. I will get familiar with Axe and join the platform. I got so anti-social platforms when Facebook first came out. I know that every time that I went, I ended up going down a rabbit hole, and it just pissed me off when I was done because I had accomplished nothing. And I had read a bunch of nonsense, and I kept saying to myself, why did you do that? So I don't do any social media, but I'll get on this for sure. And if you know you're getting attacked by all the things that you mentioned, you know you're doing the right thing. So God bless you, and keep you going with all the power of the heavenlies to have this platform flourish and spread the good news.
Thank you.
I
Thank
love
you
it.
very much.
I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Amen. Okay, let's talk about some of the categories that are on Axe Social. So as Facebook has, your Facebook, it's a little confusing, Facebook sometimes. They have your Facebook page, and then you can build another like sub page, and then you have groups that you can make, right?
Right.
So you guys, you go on there, you build your profile, right? Like you would on any platform. You build your profile, which gives you a little bio and all that. And then you can do a couple things. So explain some of the things that you guys offer as far as interaction with each other.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Well, one of the things we wanted to make sure is a lot of people were asking for news. So we wanted to bring some news on, but that brings in a pretty nasty can of worms a lot of times. So we pre-vetted the Christian Post and Christian Broadcasting Network. Remember the old 700 Club and all those guys on there?
Yeah.
So we have hooked up all of their RSS feeds and a few others. So you get some mostly positive news. It's not slimy.
Mostly is the key word
Yeah,
here.
mostly is the key. It's like clean news is an oxymoron in the same sentence.
I was
It's really
just gonna
tough
say.
to like get them through, but it's the cleanest available in our world right now, for what that's worth. Yeah, that's our news category, and we've got some events in there, and some Christian companies post some jobs and things in there. But our primary categories, probably some of our more popular pieces, are the Christian creators, which is where you're parked, Monty.
Yeah.
We didn't launch with Christian creators. Honestly, I don't know really where they came from. We did some reach out, but the mass majority of the Christian creators that are on there, they found us. We don't know how. They found us. So we, just a few weeks ago, you were one of the first ones to get it, really, if you remember right. We built
Right.
a dedicated landing page so that the Christian creators, this podcasters, bloggers, vloggers, kind of on the same category, that's where they all land and where people can find their content easily. One of the big things we did that big tech social media won't allow is every time a Christian creator posts a new episode or written blog, whatever it is as a Christian creator, it goes in everybody's feeds. So there's no need for end users to support, or I'm going to use the old word follow. We don't use follow because we should only follow, Christ above, if you follow me there. There's no need for them to follow and support, because every time you post something, it ends up in everybody's feed, because we want to push the news out. You're a pre-vetted, authorized, user, and their super user is what you are.
Yeah, so
and then, of course,
what's really...
yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was going to move on to groups and things like that, but you may have a question about
No,
the
I was
creators.
just going to say what's really cool is it's effortless, really. 'Cause, once you get approved, so every time that we post on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, it automatically goes to Act Social, and then it goes to everybody's feed.
Right.
So this the video feed of this show will be once it's gone through its what we call
Cycling.
it, Genesis,
Yeah.
the cycle or whatever,
Uh-huh.
it'll pop up on Act Social and all the feeds, and there it is. It's just it's there,
That's right.
which is really awesome, because usually you got to jump through a bunch of hoops to get anything to be posted on a platform, but not with you guys. Anyway,
It's
go
true.
ahead.
It's true. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It's one of the things that podcasters ask for is, like any other person, another platform I got to keep up with, but okay. So we automated that to make sure they got their stuff in there.
That's
but,
great.
So we open groups up. People open groups. There's lots of Bible study groups. Groups for all different purposes are in there, but they're cross-centered. And on top of that, we've onboarded the music artists. So if it's Christian music artists, like some of the popular names you may have heard of, like the Brandon Lakes and Chris Tomlins and pieces, they're in Act Social now. Every time that they do a personal post, it pulls their stuff in to help, broadcast out. So, yeah, it's cross-centered with a purpose.
Yeah. Wow. So, okay. So you got groups, you got Christian creators, you've got your profile platform, which you can. I like the first question when you open up your profile. It says, "What are you grateful for today?" And you can type in what you're grateful for today. And one of the things that we really drive home within the recovery community is the whole gratitude thing, right, guys? I mean, we have gratitude meetings, we have gratitude Fridays, we have gratitude this, gratitude lists. And one of the things we tell our sponsees and people we work with, once they get an attitude about something, we go, okay, time to make a gratitude list. So gratitude is a huge part of the recovery community and the whole process of being set free from the bondage of substances and that kind of thing. And so to have that as the first question, what are you grateful for today? You know what I mean? It reminds me of maybe that's the first question I need to ask when I get up. What are you grateful for today? Because if I can't find something right away, I'm probably in need of a reboot. You know what I mean?
You're right. I think that's the corporate of most of these people's anxiety and depression is they've lost their gratitude attitude in there. It's something God pre-built into us. When you're grateful for stuff, it's an internal healing that no medicine can touch.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a powerful thing. Okay, so getting the word out about Act Social, again, that can be challenging, right? Do you are you getting inundated with emails, or are you disappointed in that you're not getting more curiosity? I mean, where's that all going right now?
Yeah, we've been a little disappointed being that. So here's the deal with our users. We have really not opened up the doors to do any kind of mass marketing quite yet. We're a little scared too, after being a little gun shy of the platform coming down too quickly, a couple of weeks after we launched on that. So number one, yeah, we're a little disappointed, a little over 5,000 users in 14 weeks now. The post, you can scroll forever just to get through today's post. So people are posting, we're just not getting a lot of reaction and comments. And, I can call up Mark Zuckerberg and ask his opinion on how many users does it take until you start seeing comments on comments. Does it take massive numbers? But I don't think he'd answer my call. So we're wondering, with 5,000 users, it's kind of active most of the time. You can scroll down a long way until you get past just today's post. It's there. But you'll notice that there's not a lot of interaction per post. People love to go in there and talk, but it's not 5,000 posts per day on that. So where does that come from? We don't know. I don't know where that's going to start picking up. But to answer the first part of your question on disappointment on signups, no. When I told you this was December 2022, I dropped everything. We started January 2023. Like I said, we're a year and a half behind schedule getting launched now. But in that year and a half, we opened the website up at least and put in because we knew SEO takes forever to get your website to float to, the top based on keywords. So I told the team, let's go ahead and let that start eating. Let's start putting our blogs and posts and things out so our backlinks come in and our website can get a little better. But the sign up and register button, just give them a box. We're not quite launched yet. Put your name and email in here and we'll let you know when it launches. Well, we had 130,000 people sign up to be alerted whenever we launched the platform. We still to this day, and we've grown since then off that 130, but we still to this day have not done a massive email push saying we are open. We're sending some newsletters out and some blog postings and things like that. And when we do a podcast, we're doing that because we need our backlinking to come in. But we haven't started our mass marketing yet. So the 5,000 we do have found us in 14 weeks. So it's okay.
Wow.
Yeah. I want bigger numbers still, but that's okay to start with. It's given us an awesome way to test the bugs. The bugs have surfaced to the top like rattling an old log, and the bugs, come running out of the bark. That's exactly what's happened when the people came in. Yeah.
Oh my God! So do you guys, Roger and Deanna? Let me ask you guys: do you see a need for something with this positive turn and theme for the recovery community? I mean, there's a lot of. Listen, bottom line is the recovery community started out as a faith-based community.
Absolutely.
It's depending on what part of the country you're at and everything. You may find that a bit changed and somewhat. But do you think this is something the recovery community can latch on to you?
Absolutely, they can. I'm kind of taking a look at it myself. I'm a content creator, and this is good for because and I like the separation because there's a lot of people out there that do what we do, but it's like they're joining a bandwagon, and this is kind of separating that. I have a hard time with Facebook. I've been going live for 7.5 years every day, but Facebook has no idea who I am, nor do they want to, because I don't fit their influencer package. Or it's like I have to be put in this box. Well, that's the reason I got recovery, was to get out of the box, man. It just seems like with the content that I have, it's not a big fit for Instagram and Facebook. I'm a lot more God-centered. I believe that any recovery void of a higher power is not going to work. And that is the opinion. But then I get to see people out there every day. Changing the conversation to a more positive conversation. Absolutely, man. absolutely, I think there's a need for it. There's a lot of people out there with some great content, but they're getting held back because of things like algorithms. And then we don't reach as many people. That's my frustration. I feel like I can help some people, but that's dependent on how educated I am in SEO, and I'm not. So thank you for that, John. Yeah, I think that's a great thing.
Roger, you think this is a good fit for the recovery community?
I think it's a phenomenal fit for the recovery. My pastor always says everybody is recovering from something. Sorry, my earplug went out. Everybody is recovering from something. It doesn't matter what it is. We all are in a recovery format and program, and anytime you can get good information, quality information out that's God-centered and principled and purposed and is there to help is absolutely, given the world we live in today, absolutely good. I congratulate you, man. Shawn, this is awesome.
Thank you.
And your wife. I'm sure it was all your wife's idea anyway. She gets
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a pecking order there, and I'm not in the front. Yeah.
I
Algorithms have become one of Satan's biggest tools against man himself. It's almost like the demon that knows your weakness, because I can go through my Facebook, and why do my ads and stuff show bikinis and my wife's doesn't? When hers goes through, it's maybe a purse she needs, or whatever hers are. And why is the males different than the females? And
I don't know. I get the purses. So
do you? Okay.
Mine is the first kind
Let me dodge your nose, Pinocchio. Wow. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. But no, it's
you're
true.
right.
They
right.
use these algorithms, and I'm not saying I click on that stuff, but they know I'm a guy, and they know she's a girl, and it's
Let me
those
tell you,
algorithms play against you.
If I go to YouTube right now and I watch NASCAR, especially if I watch 2 or 3 videos of NASCAR, why in the world then on my Facebook feed on the reels do I get all sorts of muscle car ads and race car ads? What's Facebook got to do with YouTube?
Yeah.
He said knowingly.
Something I saw because I go through bouts of depression, and when I talk about them, maybe I'm live, I start getting alcohol ads on Facebook.
Really?
Even though I have my ads set up to no liquor, to no alcohol ads, I will get alcohol ads.
Wow.
Really?
And I don't think that's coincidence.
Nope. Neither is it when you mention something and your phone hears you. We've all experienced that odd setting that they say doesn't exist. Yeah.
Oh,
It's there.
yeah. My Alexa will talk, it'll just interrupt the conversation that we're having. It'll say some nonsense saying, "Oh, well, a Boston fern grows in the base of the Alps during the summer of blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I go, would you like me to repeat that? Do you have a problem with hearing? I mean,
I think one day I'd like to go on the phone at Sam's Club or something, go on the speakerphone and just go, "Okay, Google," and just listen. Oh, my phone went off.
Yeah.
Surprise.
yeah, and now our Alexa, which turns on our lights in our living room, because we thought that was cool.
Yeah, we do that. Yeah.
It's like we yell at it, and now it's got 2 voices. There's a female voice and there's a male voice.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And we didn't set
Is that
that
right? Alexa, really?
Wow.
Yeah, and it's like,
he Alex?
I'll say good night, Alexa.
Yeah.
And a male voice will come out. Well, good night and sleep well, Mr. Monty Man.
Oh.
And I'm like, well, thank you. And you don't even have to say Alexa anymore. You can just talk. Once you say it the first time, you can just continue to talk to it.
Oh, wow.
Which means it can continue to listen even though you're not saying
That's just scary.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but what do? Yeah, we ran out and got one so we could turn on sit in our chair and not have to reach over and hit the light switch.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
So, before we wrap it up, though, I want to ask you. So this is a passion that you've had. This is something that you feel that the Spirit of the Living God spoke to you very clearly about doing. what kind of impact has this had on your family life? I mean, this is
Great question.
kind of demanding, right?
It is a little bit demanding. Now, I've done startups since I was a kid, so the stress is there on the family. Our 3 kids in
Yeah.
their 20s and wife of long, they all know, when it's startup time, there's a few hard months there. But this has been the hardest startup by far that I have ever done. Ever. This is
Why?
way worse.
Why?
The complications and the attacks of it. So I was in the Pennzoil 10-minute oil change centers. I did that in my 20s up to early 30s, got to 7 locations, sold those out. It was pretty tough, I thought then, but looking back now, it was a breeze. I've started credit card merchant companies, softwares for stock trading before that was really a thing, went out and did those sales and stuff like that. But they seem pretty tough, but this has been way tougher than the rest of them. The family definitely sees that, but they're on board. Thankfully, Sheree and I are empty nesters, so yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
our kids are no longer drugged through the coals as teenagers, with dad doing something else, a new startup. Yeah.
Was this one of the only ones that you did where God called you
Yes,
to do it?
by far.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's why
absolutely.
it's the hardest one
Not a
you've ever
coincidence.
done.
Yeah,
That's massive.
yeah, by far.
Yeah.
I would have never ever started a social media company because I was the guy like Roger that didn't like social media. Don't care for it. In fact, just to think of how Facebook put your ads on from what Google did, I know it's pixel tracking, but I don't understand how it works. In fact, I'm not a tech guy. I don't do any coding or anything like that. But yeah, it's definitely been the toughest by far.
Roger, you were saying something when Deanna asked, is this the one that God called
Oh,
you to?
I was just going to say the reason it's the toughest one he's ever done is because it's godly and it's God's dream and vision.
Yeah.
And you bet all of the freaking demonic things in the world are going to come against it. That's why
Yes.
it's the hardest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt, which means you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
And like I said, I could not do it. I'd be swallowed by a fish or something running the other way. How
know.
terrifying would it be to get to the gates one day and say, no, I didn't do what you said to do, but maybe I did some other stuff. To own up to that, to run away from it would be the most horrible thing. So no matter how hard it was, I knew I had to just, put my big boy pants on and figure it out.
That's
So
awesome.
Yeah.
I congratulate, I commend you.
Yeah,
Oh,
me
well,
too.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well,
I'm seeing another correlation here. What state are you in, Shawn? You're in California, right?
no, I'm in Arizona right now.
Arizona?
We're born
Okay.
and raised Texas, but we've been in Arizona here recently. We're headed back to
Okay.
Texas, but yeah.
Not quite the bit I thought.
We're going back to Texas?
Roger was
Yeah.
Cali,
Yeah.
Right.
Monty's in Oregon, I'm in Colorado, and those are the 3 worst states for recovery services. Right?
God, yeah.
So it is
Yeah.
not by coincidence that we met. That all of this is happening is not
right.
by accident.
That's right. That's
No.
right. Amen. Yep.
No.
Yep.
Where are you in Arizona?
We're in Scottsdale.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice.
Technically, we're kind of carefree Arizona, which is in the country outside of Scottsdale, but we're a Scottsdale address. But yeah, we're country people, so this is as city as we want to be. Yeah,
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you're going back to Texas.
we are. Yeah, we're born and raised in Texas. We came over here for startup stuff, and our youngest girl wanted to go to ASU. Sheree and I are both remote. She's been a nurse all her life, and me in startups, so we could be remote. And now I'll be darned, a few months ago, if our kids didn't uproot and head back to Texas with all our grandkids and ripped our heart out because they could afford homes in Texas. They both got brand new 3-bedroom homes for the same cost as an apartment here in Arizona. So we get it.
Yeah.
So our heart went back to Texas, so we're headed there too.
Good
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Are you gonna wear a cowboy hat?
No,
And
no,
some
I don't even
boots?
listen to country music. It makes me sick at my
What?
stomach. I know.
What?
I'm a hair bands guy. When I listen to music, if it's not Christian music, I'm hair bands. Yeah.
I like you more and more, Shawn.
I was just going to say Sean's our kind of guy.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
Yeah. I'm rock and roll. I get depressed when I listen to people's dead dogs and their country music. Yeah.
Spirit in the Sky, baby.
Yeah,
Spirit in
that's
the
a good
Sky.
one. I know that one.
Norman
Yeah.
Greenbaum, baby.
Yeah.
Norman
my
Greenbaum,
God.
right?
Yeah, that's
Well,
right.
that's what we say in recovery. Recovery is like playing country music backwards. You get your car back, your dog, your wife.
That's great. Yeah, that's great.
Wow.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, we could do a whole show on what music we do not like and what we like.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Well, this has been great, folks. The co-host on this show, of course, Raw Recovery with Dion Miller on Facebook. Please look it up. Also, the host of the podcast TrudgingTogether.org. Please go there as well. Roger McDermott, fellow 12-stepper and Take 12 Recovery Radio contributor, and just a heck of a nice guy. And my compadre. Roger and I have been friends for a very long time. And, of course, Shawn Whitson, the CEO and founder of Axe Social, axsocial.com. Please visit it. Now, we got a little bit of a surprise for you, buddy.
Oh, no.
We usually, as typical, as we close with a positive song that's recovery focused or God focused or whatever on this show. And the Take 12 Recovery Radio Orchestra has gotten together and put together a little ditty for you. This is a little shorter version of the full version, and for time's sake, we're going to play this one. But I'll be sending you the MP3 file of both versions, and we're going to close out this show with this song called "A Haven of Grace," the Axe Social theme, and then we'll come back right after we play it. Here we go.
Are you weary, feeling low, tired of the hate that circles like a show, scrolling through the chaos, losing your peace, in a world that shouts, can we find release? Negative postings, voices of doubt, they gather round. But there's a place where love is the norm, where hearts find shelter and spirits are warm. Act Social is the place, Act Social is the space. Come gather in the light, here you'll find grace. No frustration, no degradation, just faith-based inspiration, a new foundation. We're at social.com, let's carry on. Seeing the darkness, feeling the strain, you long for acceptance through all of the pain. But let me tell you, there's hope on the rise, a community crafted with love in the skies. No words to bash, no issues to trash, just encouragement flowing, a refreshing splash, in a cyber world where negativity thrives. place. Act Social. Act Social is the space. Is the space. Come gather in the light. Here you'll find grace. No frustration, no degradation. Just faith-based inspiration. A new foundation. We're ActSocial.com. Let's carry on.
ActSocial.com. There you go.
Thank you. And you were singing that, right? Would you sign that album and sing it and send it over?
That's
Thank
me,
you.
Dion, and Roger in the Take 12
what I
Recovery
thought.
Radio Choir.
That's what I thought.
That was
That's what I thought.
That's awesome.
That was great. Thank you. Thank you. That took me off guard, actually. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's yours. You own it, and
Thank
it
you.
is our gift to you, and
Thank
we will
you.
send that on. There's a longer version as well.
Okay.
That you can use. So, closing thoughts, guys. Roger, you first, then Dion, and then we'll talk a little bit more to Shawn.
I'm so grateful to be part of this podcast, but to meet Shawn as well, and Dion, to be part of this family of spreading the good news about Christ, the recovery platform, the social media platform. All these things are exactly what God wants us to do. He wants us to touch people right where they are with the love and the power and the mercy and the grace, and help them have a good day and a good moment, because we have that power if we just operate in it. And if we choose to make it a good day, we can make it a good day. And to have a social platform that allows all of us to do that is just a huge blessing. So once again, Shawn, you rock.
Oh, thank you, brother. It's not me. I'm just doing what I'm told.
I understand that,
Yeah.
but you were there, so you
Well,
answered the
thank
call. You did not get swallowed in Arizona by a whale, so
Yeah.
you did the right thing.
Well put. Yeah, thank you, brother.
Dion, closing thoughts.
Yeah, sometimes we go through problems, and it turns out these are opportunities that God is giving us in order to make His world a better place. The fact that when I first came in and got into recovery, that I had to do it. Now that I get to, man, it is so much better that I get to be a part of this. When Monty asked me to go full time, I'm like, come on here full time each week. I'm like, yeah, I'd love to. Monday's my day off, so no problem. He's like, oh, I don't want to interfere with your day off. I'm like, you mean sit around for an hour with my friends and have fun on radio? No, that's what I want to do on my day off. I enjoy this. So thank you for having me on, and I love you all. Great work, everybody.
Right on.
Too. Thank you, brother.
Right on. Shawn, it's just so timely, the whole thing. Thank you for helping to sponsor Take 12 Recovery Radio. It's an honor to be able to help promote what you're doing and what the Lord is doing through you guys. May God protect you. May the Spirit of the living God surround you and protect you, because I know there's more attacks coming. Because when somebody's losing and they're really ticked off, they like to take people down with them, and that's what the enemy's trying to do. But he keeps forgetting about the end of the story. I don't know why he keeps forgetting about that.
Right.
We know the ending.
Yeah, we do know the
Yeah.
ending. We do know the ending. People have already been, people are currently, and people will be experiencing the God who is God through the ministry of Acts Social at ActSocial.com. Thank you, Shawn, once again for being on the show, buddy.
You bet. Thank you, brothers, and love all you guys, and thanks for your support.
All right.
Yeah. Look
Thanks,
forward to
Shawn.
seeing you
Love
more.
you too.
You bet.
ActSocial.com. Go there, sign up, check it out. Remember, if you got an attitude of gratitude, they want to hear from you. And they take prayer requests. So if you're not having such a great day and you need some help, put the prayer requests out there too, and they got your back. All right, ActSocial.com. Until our next broadcast, this is the Monty Man, along with our guests, Shawn Whitson, Roger McDermott, Dion Miller, and the rest of the Take 12 Recovery Radio family. And we are wishing God's perfect serenity for you.
Don't let the weights of the past keep you down. There's a melody here to turn it around. In each story and song you'll find a friend, a chorus of courage that'll never end.
This has been a broadcast of Take 12 Recovery Radio and KHLT Recovery Broadcasting.
Kitty, 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 kitty.
This has been a Chicken and a Pig production.